Hey guys, Ops here with the friend links.
Hey guys, um, we have a lot of stuff to cover today.
Yeah, I think by the point this goes up, it'll have been a little bit over a month, I believe, or maybe a little bit more than that since we posted. We were going to post a video last week, but I kind of botched it because I didn't record our audio, and I think it's really unfortunate because we talked about a lot of interesting things because it was our yearly review video, so I feel bad about that. We're gonna kind of touch on that a little bit before we go into like our main topics for the day.
Yeah, and our main topics for today are Marvel Phase 5 and Phase 6, possibly talking about some DC stuff that's going on as well. I know that's
Oh,
more into the
Sandman's good.
October time, but there was some stuff that happened with DC, so we'll talk about that.
Oh yeah,
And then we're also going to be talking about D&D One.
yeah.
But before we get into all that stuff, I have a trivia question for today.
All right. What's the trivia question?
Which country has the longest shoreline in the world?
The
Longest
longest.
coastline in the world, I should say.
Well, the biggest country. So Russia's
Longest coastline.
pretty landlocked in a lot of ways. America isn't the answer, even though we have Alaska, which is like all coastline in the whole West. Um, for some reason, I feel like China is the answer, but I could be wrong. I feel like it's China.
It's actually Canada.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, that
Um,
makes sense because they go up all the way
and
to the Arctic. So,
I was inspired by that question, by someone we know, William.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
But
Very okay. I see.
I had a question of the day and I just forgot it. Um, question of the
Nice.
week. I just forgot it because I was focused on uh, mentioning the fact that I picked that particular question for a reason. Um,
Yeah.
so I guess I'm just going to come up with one right now.
All right.
I'll remember it now. When you read books, William,
Books.
yeah,
Books.
exactly. What genre do you like to read most often?
Ah, I'm such a nerd. Um, I really like historical fiction. Um, so I really like fiction in general and nonfiction in general, but if I had to choose something, I guess historical fiction.
I think that's a good pick. See, I would say mine is probably science fiction,
Mm.
more so than anything.
So you really like Spelljammer, huh?
Oh,
That's
well,
science fiction, right? Right? Totally science fiction.
well, it's fantasy too, mixed in.
Mostly fantasy, but people also argue that it's science fiction because space.
Yeah, I don't know, that's what I tend to read most often, and I think that's what I enjoy to read probably the most.
Hmm.
Well, I feel like historical fiction is something a lot of people read.
Yeah. I mean, that's, I mean, to be fair, I don't read a lot of books, only like the ones I have to, like for school purposes, you know? But,
Hmm.
I would say the shows and like media I consume the most is like a lot of historical fiction.
Mine are a lot of sci-fi, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Like I feel like most of the shows I watch with my folks is like Turned or Frontier or um gosh.
Well, and we all know you really watch reality TV.
Oh yeah. I love 90 Days.
90 Day Fiance. What a
Yeah.
good show.
Oh yeah. My parents watch that, so I do actually watch that frequently, I guess, whenever I'm just popping in.
Wait, 90 Day Fiance?
Yeah.
I used to watch that with my mom. I don't know, that's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
I don't know. I mean, I
But
watch Get Out with my parents too sometimes. Because it's
it's
like
kind
reality shows are weird.
yeah, they are. They're kind of like it's like why am I watching this but I cannot stop.
Yeah. Guilty pleasure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I guess getting past the reality show watching, um, well, I guess let's move on to Marvel.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Yearly review stuff. Can't skip past
Oh,
that.
yes, yes, yes,
Very
you're right.
momentous. So, guys, as I had mentioned, I kind of screwed it up. I didn't record our voices. But here is some of our goals for this next year. We didn't fulfill really our goals from last year, because some of them were pretty outlandish. Um, but we made some interesting progress. We tripled our subscribers, our views, and we pretty much made the same amount of videos as we did last year. I think a little bit more, which I think is good for us with consistency. Um, yeah, let me
Um,
go to the
I guess I'm
goals.
gonna go into a goal. So basically, we determine we essentially want to triple our total views, our subscribers, stuff like that. Um, right?
Yeah, yeah, we want to get some more again, kind of like what we did this past year. Because so we're not big or anything, and we're not really like don't get me and Lincoln wrong. We're not like obsessed with the view count or anything. That's not why we do this. But we're making slow progress. So I think we should
Yeah,
just
it's
keep
just
it up.
good to have goals in general. So that's what
Yeah.
we're doing.
So yeah, we
Um,
wanted to increase, our views and subscribers and interacting with our viewers more,
yeah,
which
that's something really big I would like for it to happen
yeah,
is interacting with viewers. I know we talked about polls and you're like, no, you get that at 1,000 subscribers.
yeah,
And I was like, well dang, because that's such a good thing to interact with the people who
it
watch our
is.
videos. But anyways, you guys are welcome to comment and like give your opinions because I give my bad opinion all the time, so I'd rather hear your good opinion.
Yep. And we wanted around the same amount of videos as we had the past 2 years. Um, by the end, I think I also mentioned one of the things I'm going to be doing. Um, well, I guess here's another thing. I know we had mentioned in the video that never going to come out because audio didn't get recorded. You said that you wanted to do more editing also.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that'll increase kind of the videos will crank out. But also I wanted to do something where it's like we have our whole podcast format, so to speak, where it's basically just a long hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer video. And we're also gonna split it up into small bite videos and just put it out there on its own. So you have our long video for the week and then also small bites of 10, 15, 20 minute conversations that
Yeah.
happened in the podcast. So it's just pieces of the podcast. And I also had mentioned that I'm kind of, if I had the Ops King YouTube channel. I don't remember how many subscribers or whatever I had, but I kind of stopped posting. I'm very inconsistent with continuing with that. But I was like, you know what? Instead of being inconsistent on this other channel, let me be inconsistent on this channel, right? So we'll have our consistent uploads, hopefully consistent, where it's we have a weekly one, and the small bites, and then maybe every once in a while I'll do a video game thing, or maybe me and Lincoln will do something else. Something to kind of just throw it in for whenever we feel like it. You know?
Yeah. And I guess moving on from that, um, I guess we're gonna go more into the types of videos we're gonna do real
Yeah,
quick. So one thing William and I really enjoyed was, well, we enjoyed all these things actually. This is probably going to be our main focus. Of course, we're going to be reacting, reviewing stuff because in general we still watch most of the Marvel stuff.
it's
I'm
our bread
slacking
and
a
butter.
little bit, but we're going to be still reacting to Marvel, Star Wars, DC.
Yeah,
We're going to do the yearly DC fandom thing. Um, we're going to be doing more holiday stuff. So when it comes to holidays, like the week of, we really liked, or I really enjoyed the when we talked about Christmas traditions, how it came about,
yeah,
and I thought it was a good opportunity because it's like that's a good thing to tell your family about. Hey, mom, dad, hey, uncle that I never see, did you know Christmas was made because of this? And they're like, no, I did not. I think that's cool. History of, which kind of goes along the same lines,
yeah.
like history of a pencil, history of, I don't know, other stuff. What?
I could give a whole lecture of the history of history. Um,
Yes,
I
history
had a
of
class like
history.
that, so actually, I do kind of. Um, yeah, it's a whole different thing.
I guess a better
Yeah,
example is the history of history, or even one video I really liked that we did was history of Mortal Kombat, or like kind of
that was one of our
explaining
first
some,
ones.
yeah, explaining some Mortal Kombat stuff.
Yeah,
Um, we're gonna be doing more rewrites because we love doing rewrites. That's probably one of my favorite format of videos that we do,
yeah,
as well as I think we're gonna start compiling all the videos that have rewrites into them into
yeah,
one folder, and we're gonna start naming stuff better.
yeah. I that's another thing on
Because
my part.
you don't
I
know which one has the rewrites, but
Yeah, yeah,
we're gonna try to work that out for y'all. Um, and then one major thing you're probably gonna see a shift of on our channel is D&D
hmm
because William is running a D&D campaign, and I really like D&D, and um, so we're probably gonna be doing more stuff like reacting to this, or for example, like today we're reacting to D&D
yep,
one D&D, sorry, and we're also going to be doing stuff like making our own subclasses, maybe making our own weapons, telling some stories, perhaps building a world because I'm building a world right now, giving you updates on that. But that's what you can basically expect from us in this year.
yep. So
But we do want to communicate with you a lot. That's one of our
yeah,
really big goals.
you don't want to have that. I guess viewer interaction.
Yeah. So we want to know what you think. We want to know what you like, not just what we like. Because if you really like I don't know, us doing personality quizzes, like for sure that's something we can do.
Sky is the limit.
Mhm.
Except there's a lot more.
Well, there are some limits.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of limits actually, but we don't know those limits until we get there.
I guess you're right.
So
All right. So we're going to be basically breaking down. I don't know how much time we're going to be spending on it. I doubt too much. Um, but okay, we're going to be spending some time on it, but not like 2 hours. The Phase 5 and Phase 6 of Marvel.
just kind of like the upcoming movies, even where it's like,
Yeah,
oh, that's coming out. Have you seen the first episode of She-Hulk yet?
I have not.
I have. It was okay. Like it's not. I see why some people are upset to a certain extent because of. You know what? Never mind. But anyways, let's see here. We have Wakanda Forever, which I don't think you're too happy about that.
When is that? What phase is that?
That's Phase 4. I'm pretty sure. We haven't talked about really any of the Phase 4 stuff either.
Oh, that's true.
So we can kind
Um,
of just go through some stuff.
well, what? Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. Wakanda Forever. Yeah, not too excited for it. I know a lot of people are. I've talked to quite a bit of people, and they're like, "What? You're not excited for it?" And I was like, "Well, it's just I don't know. I feel like the way they're going about it feels really weird. Um, I know it's a really sad thing with Chadwick Boseman's passing, and it's tough to navigate that. But I'm very interested in what they're going to do. From what I have seen so far, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to love it, but we'll see.
I mean, I don't really have a problem with the whole Wakanda part of it. I
Oh
guess
yeah,
majority of the problem comes from the what's it called? Atlanteans.
yeah. I really thought that was weird. That's a good point
Very
that you added.
Yucatan-ish, which is kind of weird because Atlanteans are always seen, if anything, like Greek, you know?
Hmm.
So it's
It's yeah, it is a
weird.
little strange. Especially for how modern this movie is, because Wakanda is such like a modern nation.
Yeah.
I don't know. And Neymar looks kind of strange. I'm not a huge fan of Neymar's design, but I guess we'll see how it is. I'm not expecting too much. Not too excited for it. But I'm willing. I'm open to seeing this movie and
Yeah.
how good it will be.
Next thing is What If is getting a season 2.
I'm actually pretty excited about that because I can't remember exactly the I know there was a trailer. I can't remember exactly everything that was on there. But it looked like they did have some really cool and interesting storylines.
Yeah. It's coming at some point next year.
But it's probably gonna be like season one, but hopefully it's better. We'll see though.
Yeah. Maybe they'll do some more stuff with X-Men and Fantastic Four because we saw some of them.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Another thing is technically, I don't know if you count this as MCU, but Craven the Hunter's getting his own movie.
Really.
Yeah, Sony's doing it.
Probably goes in with like the Sinister Six they're working on or something.
I would assume so.
I imagine I mean, I've heard they're doing a Black Cat movie, and I mean, Craven's really cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm really excited for the Black Cat movie that they're gonna produce.
Yeah, I mean, I like both characters a lot actually, though. Black Cat and
Yeah.
Craven.
I just, I don't know. I feel like I've heard some stuff on the Craven movie, and it's just kind of, I don't know how it's going to be. It could be a Morbius. We'll see, though.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. Or Batgirl
Yeah, they could just cancel it.
or Flash.
Oh, gosh, man. We'll talk about
Uh,
that soon.
yeah, yeah. So we have
Phase 5.
yeah. Well, we have the Ant-Man movie, then Phase 5, right?
I think Ant-Man is start of Phase 5.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So we have the the Kang Dynasty. Is that what it's called?
Quantum Manium.
No, no, like the Phase 5. It's like the Kang Dynasty or something, right?
Avengers: The Kang Dynasty is Phase 6.
Oh, that's a whole different movie. I thought that was like the name for the phase. My bad.
No, it's the multi. What is the name of it? The phase? Because there's the Infinity Saga. I think this is the Multiverse Saga
Mm.
or something. I can't remember.
So we
I
have,
guess
yeah,
what the do you want to go over what's coming out in what order, and then we're gonna say what we're excited for?
yeah.
I guess. Okay, we'll do that.
So let's look at the list so I can make sure I'm saying it in the right order. Um, so we have Quantumania, then Secret Invasion. We have Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Echo, TV show. Loki season 2. The Marvels, which is like Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel. Blade, which is cool. Ironheart. Then we have Agatha, and then we have Daredevil, which is also awesome. And then we have what's it, Captain America,
Yeah, New World Order.
and then Thunderbolts. Or my eyes not working. Does that say Thunderbolts?
It does on the website, but I don't know.
I feel like I thought that got scrapped for some reason. I don't know why I thought that.
I don't think it's been like officially announced. It's just been, they're going to add it sometime.
Yeah.
So it could be in phase 5. We'll see though. Or sorry, phase 5. Um, so I'm basically going to say the stuff I'm most excited for. Of course, there's TV shows like they're doing the X-Men 97. Well, there's another one. Oh, you already said Echo. And then also,
Loki.
I know this is Sony, but Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse comes out
Yeah.
during that time as well. So,
Is Ironheart a movie or a TV show?
I'm not sure. Uh, the first of
Oh,
two
they're
series.
saying they're saying Ironheart is going to show up in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever first.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Or this
Um,
thing could be wrong. But
that's also true, but I've heard that as well, so I don't know. Um, I said, or I think the things that stand out in this phase, for me at least, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Blade, and probably Daredevil.
I think that's just because of you knowing me, you know,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't care otherwise.
Well, the Blade movie's exciting because it's cool that we're gonna get Blade in the MCU in general.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully people put
overall,
respect on his name.
um yeah, uh, that could lead to the Midnight Suns as well. Ghost Rider might show up sometime soon. We'll have to see. But I think the thing I'm most excited for is Guardians Volume 3,
Yeah.
which I know it's like rumored a bunch of characters are gonna die in that. But just seeing him, Adam Warlock,
Is he finally going to be a character?
I'm very certain that he's going to be a character in this movie
Isn't
because
it?
they casted him.
It's a little late for his character, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it does feel a little late for his character, but I also think it's going to be really cool to have Adam Warlock.
Yeah, I mean it'll be cool to have him. It just feels like his purpose is already completed.
For sure. And then, but also, Thor was traveling around with the Guardians,
Guardians.
and this is like kind of the replacement for Thor, I guess.
Is it James Gunn directing or no?
I believe so, which I was a huge fan of Guardians 1. Volume 2 was not my favorite. Um,
The Suicide Squad was good, in my opinion.
Suicide Squad. I
Like the
still
one
haven't
that,
seen the full movie, but
yeah. Well, I think James Gunn did a good job with the characters.
I know he was fired, but I'm pretty sure he was rehired afterward. But I think it's definitely going to be a standout in this phase.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this is like introductory movies for sure. And shows. I feel like, well, of course, I'm interested in Blade and Daredevil, and I'm actually excited for Loki. But I think we're sleeping on Secret Invasion.
I think everybody's sleeping on Secret Invasion, and that's only because of the fact that they've really done nothing with it.
Yeah,
I
I feel
mean,
like
for the
it should be a
past,
bigger deal, though.
yeah, for the past like 5 movies I've gone to, I've said, oh, I bet there's going to be a Secret Invasion post-credit scene, and there just hasn't been. So it's going to change some stuff up. We're probably going to give it a new Young Avenger in that movie, like we talked about.
Like Hulkling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it's really going to spice it up.
Wait, how's that work, though? Hulkling's dad is Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but he's part Skrull, isn't he?
Yeah, but his dad is like the original Captain Marvel.
Um,
I don't. I mean, the one that died of cancer.
yeah, that's a good point.
I
Um,
Yeah, I don't know. They should have had the male one literally just for him to die of cancer. You know,
that
like
would be terrible, but
just to show, hey, he existed. Okay, Hulkling can exist, but I don't know. I guess he just didn't care about him.
yeah. But I think that it's definitely a possibility that's coming from that movie, and you're going to see more Young Avengers probably in Phase 6. I know they haven't announced too much, but after Secret Wars, that's probably going to be a pretty heavy topic. But like you said, this is a big rebuilding phase for them because like how many characters do they have right now? Like not too many.
Well, Avengers, they have Spider-Man, technically, um, Captain Marvel, War Machine, Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Hawkeye. Two Hawkeyes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Uh Vision.
Mm, Doctor
Kind of.
Strange,
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but they're kind of separate. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I definitely think we need a lot of these shows and movies to kind of give some backstory because I hope they kind of aren't very lazy with the CGI and the story writing this phase because the CGI has been terrible lately.
Yeah.
And then also the story writing has been really lazy. Like they have not wrapped up the multiverse like completely at all.
Well, Kang is a big multiverse guy, so they're probably not going to.
at some points, but I'm hoping Loki season 2 will kind of delve more into that.
Yeah.
I think something I'm not excited for within this, um,
The least exciting one is the Marvels.
I would agree, and it just, I don't know. I don't. I think Kamala Khan would be a much better character if they tried to separate her from Captain Marvel,
Well, that's
because
because
Captain Marvel is
sucks.
notoriously just a bad character.
Yeah. Well, here's
Like,
the thing. I didn't really like Miss Marvel's show, like at all. Like I didn't finish watching it, but I like the character, right?
mhm.
I hate that she's associated with Miss Marvel. Sorry, with Captain Marvel because she straight up sucks. She's Mary Sue, and she brings a just a bad. Like she symbolizes the bad. How do I say this? She's the prime example of a bad character.
Okay. You're like, how do I say this? She is a bad character.
She is a bad character.
No,
Period.
like she just isn't that good. Like in Secret Wars 2, like one thing I think of is in Secret Wars 2, there's basically a thing where Miles Morales might do something in the future, and she basically stops him from going back to his like home world because he might do something. And it's just like, what the frick? Like he hasn't done anything yet. I don't know, but she's just an
I mean, like
annoying character.
even in comics, like yeah, like you said, her character just sucks. She's just a bad character.
It, yeah, it's just frustrating.
Or
But
like in other media, Miss Marvel is cool. You
Kamala
know?
Khan is a really solid character.
Yeah,
Um, but I think it's her character is kind of tainted by Captain Marvel.
yeah, for sure.
Or
Um,
yeah, and
anyone?
then another thing I think is going to kind of be a letdown this phase. So my favorite trilogy in the MCU is Captain America.
Yeah,
And I really think this new Captain America movie is going to be a huge letdown just because this show, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or it might not, it's not going to be a movie, it's going to be a series, isn't it?
is it?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe not. Let me look real quick.
I feel like it's a movie.
Yeah, Captain America 4, you're right. Um, I just feel like it's going to be a huge letdown. The show was terrible. Um, we need to do an MCU show ranking again, just because I've seen so many lists that are just kind of not good.
Yeah,
I know I sent you the thing. It's like MCU shows based on their first episodes, and the ranking was just ridiculous. And you're like, this is what I would do, and I was like, that's exactly what I would do, almost.
yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know what people are doing anymore, but I just don't really care for
yeah.
what they've done with Bucky and Falcon, which is okay, I guess,
I
but
mean,
we'll see how it
the
is.
only things I liked really from Captain and Winter Soldier were the bad guys.
Oh yeah, I
By
mean, we
bad
could
guys,
possibly see the
I,
Thunderbolts, the rise of the Thunderbolts.
yeah, by bad guys, I just mean Zemo and then like US Agent. The actual bad guys didn't make any sense, but
Oh
those two
yeah,
guys are cool.
U.S. Agent is one of the best characters in the MCU. I think we we
Yeah,
we have a whole discussion on this channel about that. Um, a character breakdown of John Walker,
yeah, and
but
Loki.
and Loki. Don't watch that one. Oh yeah, wait. Never mind. It's not the review of Loki. You can watch the
I think
character
it's the
breakdown
same
of
video,
Loki.
isn't it?
Oh no, I with John Walker.
Yeah, I think we did a character analysis. analysis of Loki and Walker in the same video.
I think you're right, and I think that's a really good video. Really talks about, it really made me appreciate Loki a little bit more because I'm a huge Loki hater. The
Yeah,
show,
and you heard my argument in his defense.
yeah, it was pretty cool. So
Let's move on to the next phase. So there's only three like confirmed schedule things. We have
3, yeah,
Fantastic Four, which
which is awesome.
a lot of people, a lot of people are saying, should we keep John Krasinski, or should we have this opportunity as another multiverse or multiversal form of Reed Richards? And I was like, nah, I think John Krasinski is
Yeah,
like the
why
best
would that
for
even
him to
be a
get.
question? People have been fan casting this dude for so long, and
I've seen it, man. People are wondering.
it's not his fault at all that they made him stupid in um Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, that made everyone stupid. You ever seen
But
the edit where it's like Reed Richards says, Black Bolt knows like where your family is or something like that. Just listen to him. He just
yeah,
speaks, kills her.
they're that's just a meme now. Like I've seen El Muerto fighting um
Yeah.
the Illuminati. A lot of good stuff came from that. But really excited for this. Really want to see the new CGI on the Thing, whether they do like part real, part CGI.
I mean, I like the practical better than the CGI monster they made for the second one.
Yeah, I just feel like they did a really poor job on the second one in general. But definitely would like to see Emily Blunt. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, we should get Chris Evans back for Johnny Storm," and I would hate that.
What's he say again? Heat on?
Flame on,
A flame on.
flame
That's
on.
what it is. Flame on! But then he's just a skinnier Chris Evans.
Yeah, and it'd be like, well, that would be such a funny movement. Yes, it would be, but I think a more, what's his name? The guy from Stranger Things, I think, would do amazing. He,
Which guy
I don't
from
want
Stranger Things?
the brother to Sam. I can't remember his name.
Sam. Who's Sam?
I think his name is maybe not Sam. Maybe I'm just going crazy.
Are you talking about Billy?
Yes,
The guy who played the Ranger in the Power Rangers movie?
yes, that guy. I think he would be amazing.
I could see that. Um, you see, you're saying Emily Blunt. Isn't that the person who's married to John Krasinski?
Yeah,
You're just saying Emily Blunt because they're married in real life?
yeah, that'd be so cool. Would it not?
It makes sense, I guess. Yeah, it makes sense. But I don't know. I actually really liked the casting for Reed and Sue in the original one.
Oh yeah, they did pretty good with the original one. I feel like that movie is underrated, or
It
those
is.
movies are underrated
I mean,
just
Doctor
because.
Doom could use some work, but
Mhm.
do we know who the villain is?
It's probably Doom.
It's always Doom, isn't it?
I would love to see Mole Man.
Nah, dude. Instantly, Silver Surfer. Gotta get Silver Surfer in there
Oh, yeah, just throw
immediately.
Galactus in
Yeah,
right away.
straight away.
I feel like they're gonna try to really put Silver Surfer in like right away, like you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think because so many people like him, you just have to do it, you know? Or it could be
Maybe so.
another Herald of Galactus, though. Like, there's multiple of them.
That'd
Yeah,
be really interesting if they chose to go that route.
yeah.
I
I
don't know.
mean, I'm excited for it. Yeah.
and
Um,
I'm really excited for that. Phase
Wait a
6
minute.
right now looks insane.
I thought about it. Is the Fantastic Four movie our Fantastic Four, or is it going to be the one that died?
Oh no. You'll see Franklin Richards just taking revenge on everyone.
No, 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 no. I mean, like before he died.
I would really hate that if
Yeah,
that was the case.
I hope it's not, but we'll see.
Will we see the ultimate nullifier?
No, no.
I don't know. That could end Secret Wars right there.
So moving on, we have Avengers Kang Dynasty. The next Avengers movie, it'll be a whole phase without an Avengers movie.
That's actually kind of wild.
It is really wild.
But it makes sense as to why, just because they are really rebuilding everything. But we
But
get two in this phase, so that's good.
weren't we supposed to get a Secret Wars? Oh yeah, it's right there. I'm blind.
I was about to say, like, what are you talking about? That one's
I literally
next.
saw Avengers. I was like, wait, where's Secret Wars? Without reading the like underneath the subheading. Um, Man, so they're doing like Kang Dynasty, then immediately Secret Wars,
And we've theorized that, Doctor Doom is probably going to be the one to take out Kang.
and then like take his technology. You think,
Something and create a battle world.
or maybe we'll see the Beyonder. They're
I
making a
doubt it.
Madam Web thing. I think.
Yeah, the Sony universe is. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing anymore. But I think
I mean, thinking about the
Kang.
power levels here, though, there's no powerhouses. You know, you have Captain Marvel, but that's it, and she sucks.
You have Thor.
I don't know why, but I feel like Thor is gone for some reason, even though he's not. You know,
Yeah,
because you don't see another Thor movie scheduled for the next two phases.
I wonder if Thor will pop in at all. Maybe with the Guardians. We'll see.
I don't know.
Um, I feel like Kang. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of Kang, but I feel like it'll be a good movie. But definitely the one to be excited for is Secret Wars.
So I just realized, unfortunately, there's not going to be an Iron Lad because we have Ironheart.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I talked to you about this before. Um, you know how Iron Lad is just a young version of King. That's good.
yeah.
Um, which
I
I
feel
think would have
like
been interesting, but I guess forget that. It would be like adding Adam Warlock in after Thanos has been defeated.
yeah. That is kind of weird to think about. Um, I was so excited for this to be released because you're my huge speculation comic book.
No. Oh,
My
wait.
Secret Wars 8.
Yes. Yes, you got that.
Yeah, so I was like, yes, let's go. So if
Unfortunately,
we,
that is like 3 years away.
I know, but if Spider-Man wears the symbiote suit in that thing is going to go crazy in value.
Yeah. But is Venom? Is that what the next? Wait.
Venom's not
So
in Secret
they're gonna
Wars.
wait
Venom's,
two.
well,
Oh, here's the thing, right? They're gonna wait 3 years to pay off with that Venom symbiote being left behind.
yeah. I mean, you don't see a Spider-Man movie at all.
Well, there's a lot of room open,
This is true.
so
Um,
there's still something they're gonna add in.
I think because Secret Wars gives Spider-Man the Venom symbiote,
Yeah,
so I think it's a possibility, like a really good chance we'll get that iconic comic book cover scene. Because, we talked about in Thor, there's that scene with the god that was killed. And I'd say Secret Wars 8 is a super iconic cover for Spider-Man.
yeah.
So I think we'll get to see that.
It doesn't even make sense though why Venom was there in the first place.
On Battle World.
No,
Look, Secret Wars, I haven't finished
no,
reading
like
Secret
in
Wars.
the post credit scene.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, if Spider-Man wears the symbiote, that's going up. But the fact that Secret Wars got announced can't be bad for that either. But I'm
Yeah,
super excited for Secret Wars. It's just a huge event, and even more so than Infinity War. It's just going to be really amazing. I can't see them not having a part two, but who knows?
yeah. All right. Is that all we wanted to talk about with Marvel?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's move on quickly to DC. So, I'll first start off with a positive note. I've watched 6 episodes of Sandman.
You've watched? Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
So, Sandman's kind of weird because
Yeah,
there's a lot of strong meaning behind everything. And they're really long in the sense of like you feel the build up throughout each episode, right?
yeah,
It's there's some things that are just like this is crazy. Like episode 5 is insane, but like not in the way you think. It's just crazy. There's 11 episodes, so I'm only halfway done. I don't like some of the things they did. Like they made Lady Death not look like Lady Death, which is unfortunate because usually Lady Death is like this pale white goth girl. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But now she's like this cheerful. Let's say cheerful. Try to think of how to best express it. Cheerful, sympathetic, black woman.
A little strange.
I watched the episode that had her in it, and I was like, "This is different." Also, they had Joanna Constantine in it, but not John Constantine. Very missed opportunity with that one. But
Never read Sandman. I've heard super good things about.
it's
Is
good
it
though.
Neil? Is it Neil Gaiman that writes it?
I don't remember who writes the actual comic or the book story. I forget because there's like a whole story for it, right?
Yeah, It-
Yeah,
it's a super interesting concept. It's one that I've never really delved into, but I definitely think it's a. We've talked about this a little bit. The magic in the DC universe, and just I think is just far beyond Marvel,
yeah,
because I don't know. You get at the end of the day, the magic within the Marvel universe operates as if people were like warlocks serving a patron, because you have
uh, uh, uh,
like
you're
these godly figures.
yeah,
Um bestowing powers to people. It's weird. But I don't know. There are some cool things about like the Marvel magic within the Marvel universe. Don't get me wrong, but I think this stuff is really interesting and something that DC really hasn't capitalized on until now.
Yeah. But yeah, it was the first 6 episodes are looking good. I think you should check it out. We could do like a review on it. It's kind of crazy though. Crazy though. Not suitable
Yeah.
for the youngins out there. Um, but now to sadder stuff. Batgirl, The Flash.
Okay, is it really sad that we don't get to see Ezra Miller as Flash again?
It's not about him. It's about Michael Keaton and Brandon Fraser.
This is true. This is true.
I
You
feel
make a
so
good
bad.
point.
No Firefly. No Batman.
It's man, the Batgirl was I don't know how you mess that up. Because Batgirl is a really liked character.
Yeah,
Um,
very much so.
even if we're not even talking about Barbara Gordon, like if we're talking about Cassandra Cain, Batgirl, or is she go by Batwoman now?
Cassandra Cain is a Batwoman.
Yeah, but wasn't she Batgirl at one point?
No, I think Barbara at one point was Batwoman. Not the other way.
Okay, yeah, other way around. Well, Batgirl is just such an interesting character. Barbara Gordon, really awesome. They could have done some stuff with Dick Grayson within the show. Oh gosh, man.
It's a movie.
Oh yeah, within the movie, you're right. Firefly looked amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel so bad. Like I said, for Brandon Fraser and Michael Keaton.
But they also canceled The Flash. Ezra Miller,
Oh, they
is
like
dumb.
officially
I think
canceled
they
it.
did. They've said they're probably going to cancel it. Isn't that what they've said?
I don't know. But yeah, Ezra Miller, we all kind of knew he was garbage. Um, yeah, he's not a good dude. I wonder what they're gonna do with his character in the Harry Potter thing.
I don't know. But I think it'd be good if they did cancel Flash
Yeah,
because Ezra Miller just is a crappy human being. And
yeah.
I don't think a lot of people would be in support of going to see a movie with Ezra Miller in it.
You see, I think they should just make a Batman movie and have his villain be Firefly, and then you solve both problems.
Yeah, just take parts from. It looks really like janky.
Yeah,
You just see Michael Keaton, and then you see Firefly fighting Batgirl, and it looks janky.
yeah. I think that's
Oh,
better than the alternative. Just release Batgirl. You guys made so much. You put so much money into it. Like, even if it's garbage, I want to see it because I want to understand the garbage.
there's. I just don't know how they could make something so bad where they were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna cancel that."
Like, this was a mistake. Can't do this.
But in better news, I've heard a rumor. I don't remember who said it, but I'm pretty sure DC announced they're heading for a total reboot of um the DC cinematic universe.
Mm. Well, they can't do Flashpoint.
Yeah,
So I don't
and
know. They're just gonna like, hey, there's no actual reason for it. We're just gonna ignore it. Is that what the
they're gonna
plan
get
is?
rid of all the Zack Snyder stuff
Oh,
and like restart and make it more Marvel like. That's what they said. They hired one of the guys that like helped make the MCU to help them develop this project and like a roadmap and stuff.
Hmm. I
So
mean, DC's always been darker though.
mm,
And like
yeah,
it's like Marvel is always more like action packed and like oh ideals and stuff like that. DC's always been like dark, gritty storylines that are
I
character driven.
it really hasn't though. The change really happened. I'd say probably when was Watchmen released? The 80s,
I
and
can't
then
believe I'm hearing this sacrilege.
the the Dark Knight.
Well, here's the thing, right? We have I'm not even talking just about movies though. I'm talking about in general, especially with like the DC AU.
Oh, you're talking about that. But like early on within DC was pretty lighthearted in
Well,
general.
yeah, you had 60s Adam West doing doing stuff, you know? But like,
Yeah, but I'm just talking about there was like a significant change to like Batman, um, stuff like that when I think it was Watchmen was not DC at the time.
yeah.
They but you know, you start coming out with comics like The Dark Knight, by
Well,
Frank Miller.
it doesn't have to be like dark and gritty, I guess, but definitely character driven. That's what DC's characters are always, in my opinion, at least, better written and have more to the like they're more complex, you know?
Yeah, I definitely think there I prefer DC over Marvel, and I know people when I say that they're like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, I
Just
don't
do
know. I just
injustice.
like the characters and just do injustice."
Just do injustice. Like that's
They
the
did an injustice by giving us the last cinematic universe.
ooh no, but like the perfect example is just injustice, right? This
Yeah.
is the difference between the storytelling of like DC when it's at its best in comparison to Marvel. You know what I mean?
hmm I think one thing they need to focus on is not making a new version of the DC characters. What I mean
But
by that is when they restart the cinematic universe, make Batman Batman, make Superman Superman. Don't make this moral thing where, you know, Superman is a god or Batman is, you know, the person trying to, I don't know,
force conflict. You know
like a
what?
closet atheist trying to kill God or no symbolism like that. Like
You don't
I
want
have
any
no,
you don't want any forced conflicts like that.
well, not even that. It's just like you're taking away what makes the character so good.
Yeah. I mean like
It's not that hard. Just make Batman Batman and Superman Superman.
I
You
think
don't
what the
have to give
problem
your own take on Batman and Superman. They're already like perfect characters as is.
I think what the main problem was that they weren't human enough.
Yeah, for sure. And Batman, even though he has some crazy physical feats, at the end of the day,
He's
he's a
still human.
human. Yeah. At the end of the day, Superman is not human, but it's
He was
he's
raised
still
by humans.
he's still human. It's weird. It's I don't know. As long
Well,
as they make Superman not a flat character, it will be good.
yeah, just don't have him watch his dad die.
And I think it would also be good if they things they really need in the new DC universe besides the Batman and Superman thing we've already talked about. They need a really good Flash
I
because
mean, I think I liked the casting for all the characters except for the Flash and maybe Cyborg. But like, I'm okay with Cyborg. I just prefer different CGI with it.
Mhm.
It Flash was really the one that just really wasn't working.
Yeah, and you can. This is one of the dumbest things they did. You need Green Lantern if you're gonna put the Flash in.
Yeah,
Not
because
that,
they're like
not
the
that one is like, not that they are good characters because, like, they can't be good characters without one another. But the relationship between Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, and Barry
like Barry
Allen
Allen.
Flash
Yeah,
is just such a cool relationship.
dynamic.
Yeah, it's such a cool dynamic. And don't get me wrong, my favorite Green Lantern is is not Hal Jordan.
You like
Like,
you like what's his name? Um, uh, Kyle Rayner.
no, not Kyle Rayner.
Well, you like John.
John Stewart.
John Stewart is
Wait, is it John Stewart? Why? Yeah. Why am I
yeah.
going crazy with names?
See, John Stewart. It's either oh gosh, it's crazy
Which
because
they can do him really wrong as well.
they
Because
can.
he's such a cool character. Like, the
Hal
concept
Jordan
of,
and John Stewart are like top tier characters, right? And whole Hal Jordan's parallax situation, and then John Stewart just kind of like came in, you know.
and then also you have Kyle Rayner, you have Guy Gardner, which Gardner sucks. I don't like Guy
You
Gardner.
know, like the bro,
No,
the bro
but
Lancet.
he's a really well written character, and he's written to suck. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Well, they're having Blue Beetle still, right?
yeah, and then also one thing think they need to focus on. I've been saying this over and over again. Teen Titans. Teen
Which
Titans.
version?
What do you mean?
Because we got Cyborg in the Justice League. There's no like. It depends which version because there's
I
many
think they
different
need to exclude
rosters.
Cyborg from the Justice League at first and put him in the Teen Titans. The Teen Titans are so compelling, and I think it would be very compelling for a lot of like youth in general.
Well, after what they did with the TV show, it's kind of like, gosh, why do this again? You know,
I just think it would be really good. But if they do a build up, they need to make a Wonder Woman movie. You know,
again,
I'm not. I don't know. If you like just scrapped everything and threw everything out,
the
I'd
first
make a
one
one.
was decent enough.
I thought it was good too. I'd make a new. I might recast everyone. Is the weird part. Just because I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, but you know, if you're trying
Right.
to get past a phase, maybe keep The Rock as Black Adam because that's like a dream cast. But
What you want? Uh, the Batman. Is that
no,
what's up?
just throw everything away, maybe,
Everything.
and build up to a Justice League where they don't fight someone like Darkseid because
Well,
it's
he's big, man. You want to do something small for the first adventure. Well, they already
yeah.
did. Oh gosh, what's his name? Big Star. Face
What?
hugs.
Starro?
Starro, yeah, they already did Starro, so you can't do that. Um, maybe the best start is now. It might be too soon to do an Injustice League because you'd have to build up the characters and their villains for that, right?
A Legion of Doom.
That's too soon though, you know? Like they haven't if they're starting from scratch, they have nothing, right?
I guess you're right. They should just definitely just jump into the anti-monitor.
Well, yeah. Hmm.
I'm just kidding.
Now they gotta do instant infinite what's it called? Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah, just automatically.
Uh
Well,
they could do they could do what they did with like Mortal Kombat 2011, where it's like if you hadn't played Mortal Kombat at all, you just kind of show up and you see the world get rebooted. Like you see the characters from basically the past iteration just kind of get bodied and then have to like time travel to fix it.
A Mesa would be cool.
Amazo, yeah, because he could like copy all their powers and stuff. But then Batman would just like take an EMP, you know.
I don't know,
I
but
mean, there's a cartoon where Nightwing and Batman by themselves beat Amazo.
I definitely think restarting would be a good idea if they did that. But I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I have
But
two.
I guess let's move on to one D&D.
Yeah.
So I haven't read completely through the one D&D thing,
Yeah.
but um I'm going to say this ahead of time. Not a huge fan of it.
I would agree.
Like I think I, I get what they're doing with. I think this kind of sums up what's wrong with one D&D. The fact that like so when you make a character in D&D, certain races get certain attributes, right?
Yeah.
They're getting rid of that and doing backgrounds give certain attributes.
They're more generalizations with races where it's like, oh, you're an Ardling. You're just like it's just the mix for it. And they're getting rid of half elf and I think half orc as well.
I don't really care for that. I think it's just more so like 5th edition does have problems. Don't get me wrong. 5th edition is not perfect at all. But the problems that 5th edition had, you're just like ignoring those and going, "Oh yeah, so backgrounds are going to be like they're
Kind
just
of.
changing
Yeah.
stuff that's unnecessary." It's like, okay,
Well, I mean, there's the whole thing where you could well, this isn't gonna be officially a thing for like a year or two, right?
hmm
So you also have the you can if you want to just keep playing 5e.
yeah, that's true.
So I mean, like how
I'm
some
also
people still
worried
play
about
3.5.
the backwards compatibility
Yeah,
because I know they're like it's going to be backward compatibility, but like, the more videos I'm watching and the more things I'm reading, it doesn't
doesn't
really seem
feel
like that's possible. Exactly. Like,
yeah.
but
Well, here's the thing, right? They have it set up to where everyone can start replying or like reviewing it on like I think it was September 1st, like to give like public opinion on it. And I think that's gonna change a lot of things. So this is just like the first iteration of what they think one will look like, you know?
this is true. Yeah. I think yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think it's cool since I just started playing to be part of a new edition, even though it's not called a new edition. Um,
It's just D&D now.
yeah, it stinks that I bought all those books. I know they'll kind of be useful, but not as much.
Yeah.
But I definitely think there's some things that are exciting. For example, one thing that showed up on um the D&D or the Wizard of the Coast stream was the dungeon um
Um the like you have your own what's it called? Basically like those Hero Forge things you made, they're like in the game and you can like set up your battle maps and like have it as like a 3D like thing,
Yeah,
right? That's really
yeah.
cool.
That was amazing because, it will encourage more people to buy side adventures because something like I bought Ghost of the Salt Marsh just because I was like, oh, I'd like some to look at how maybe the ship mechanics work, and they don't really have a ton of ship mechanics in Ghost of Salt Marsh. But say I would buy Ghost of Salt Marsh, it would give me an example of ship to use within that. I just think that's a really good idea.
I think, well, it also does it to where you can make your own maps on it.
Yeah, which it's probably going to cost like it's probably going to hopefully
Yeah.
it's not a ridiculous amount, but I think it's going to be something really cool in the future. But
I mean, there's not really much to say because this is kind of like the equivalent of an alpha test. Not
yeah,
even.
that's true. I
I mean, a
think
lot of them keep their old abilities, but get some new ones. Some of them are nerfed a bit.
kind
Um,
of like the idea of like you automatically getting a feat at level 1.
that's for humans, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So basically, just like they got rid of variant human and just made it human. So like you lose all your +1 to everything. We trade it for a feat.
I think it's kind of cool some aspects of it, but I feel like a lot of it was probably I know they're trying to simplify things, but in reality, I don't think simplification of a game like D&D is exactly something you should be striving for.
Well, they want to make it so everyone can kind of just hop in and make it easy for people to learn to play and be able
In
to.
general, it's not that hard to learn how to play D&D, I don't think.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're first getting into it, it's a lot of information that had it kind of hits you all at once. Like it took me like a couple of sessions for you guys to kind of get the hang of what you can do and can't do. I mean, heck, even role playing. I remember the first time um I did the one shot for you. You're like, "Oh, I could just do what I want." And you're kind of like, "Oh, what should I do?" You know?
Yeah, that's true. And I think that's a good point you make, but I don't think the character creation should suffer because of that.
I agree. I think the way the character creation is already like really good.
I mean, yeah, I would like some more what
Options.
ideally,
It was
yeah,
just kind of like
ideally what I would
there's
want
so
is
many already, but you
yeah,
just want
more
more.
options like cuz I'd like more variant humans, more variant else, like just more in
More.
general. But
More.
I think with one D&D, they should balance the class a little bit more, come up with a new class.
Yeah. I want
Like
them to like make more classes and give the option for homebrew classes.
yeah, you did talk about that and I was like, yeah, they don't have the option to build a homebrew class. Of course there's the Blood Hunter, which
It's kind of an official, unofficial one, you know?
yeah, but I still wish they kind of just had more classes or a way to make classes.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think one of the things I want to do with you on this channel is like after we make classes for each of the, I guess, nine, and ignoring the Blood Hunter and the Hunter, make subclasses for all that, and then we make our own class.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I'd be down to do that, but I think overall one D&D was kind of like it wasn't the best and it seems to not be the most well received thing in general
Yeah.
so far, even though it's like more so an alpha than anything. I
Yeah.
think a
So I
lot of
don't think there's.
people, if they continue with the track they're going, are still gonna implement things from one D&D into their 5e games, but play 5e.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they keep D&D Beyond the same, and then like almost add an attachment to where you could choose. Okay, I want to play 5e or I want to play D&D One. You know,
Yeah, that's a really good point you make. I didn't even think about that. I think that'd be really cool if they did that as well. I don't
because it
know,
would
but
suck if they took away your ability to have everything kind of like managed on D&D Beyond already by just replacing 5e with one. So it's
it
like, okay,
sounds like they're probably gonna do what you said though, because they're like, we want people to play 5e if they want to play 5e, but this is like an alternative, if that makes sense.
yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah. Ooh.
But anyways, we didn't talk about stuff too long today, but I feel like we covered quite a bit.
We did cover quite a bit because we did our yearly review, which I mean, I don't think we mentioned it because we were mostly talking about our goals. But me and Lincoln really appreciate anyone who's watching our videos, giving us the time of their day. You know, we really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
we I guess I have to do this whole thing again where so we did this in the video that didn't record. But thank you guys. Like, this is originally William was like, "Hey, you want to do a podcast?" And it was originally so we could stay in touch, but and I'm glad we've really stayed in touch, and I'm glad through that other people might get enjoyment, or it might help, I don't know, it might make their day better listening to what we have to say, even if our opinions are bad sometimes, because I know I have bad opinions a lot of times. So thank you guys. That being said, with interacting with you all, we really love more interaction because we want to hear what you have to say. Because now, you listen to us and we don't get to hear what you have to say at all.
Yeah,
We want to know what you think. So that's
yeah.
basically it.
I mean, just thank you guys for watching.
Yeah,
Leave us
thank
a
you.
like if you liked the video, and
Subscribe possibly
yeah, it's always good to do that.
if you're not already.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys next time.